Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to make a little summer blouse with the pockets. So what you do is you take a t-shirt, fold it in half, make sure that it fits you well. You take your fabric, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And you're going to take your t-shirt, you're going to place it on top of your fabric this way. You're going to take the sleeve section and fold it in like this. Now what you're going to do is you're either going to trace, leaving an inch for your seam allowance. When you get to the point here where your arm will normally go, you're going to go straight up, like this. Okay, so make sure you have plenty of room on this end when you place your blouse on top, because you want to go from where your arm hole ends right here. You're going to go this way, and you're going to go up like this. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Cut your piece out, and I'll return to show you the next step. Once you finish your cutting, this is what your project should look like so far. Okay, remember the top end is going to be like a tube. Now we're going to work on our pockets. What you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of fabric, you're going to fold it in half. Make sure that you have enough room for both hands if you're making this for yourself. Like I said, I'm making it for a young girl, so I only need a small piece of fabric. What you're going to do now, you want to make sure that when you put your hand inside your pocket that it is going to fit. So that's how you measure how you want your pockets to be. So you take your hand and you could trace around it, leaving enough room for your seam allowance. Try to trace like I'm not going to trace mine, I'm just going to cut mine so that you guys could have an idea of what I mean. I am going to cut mine a bit smaller than my hand because the pocket that I'm making is for a young girl, a little girl. Make sure that you're leaving seam allowance. Basically, that's the idea. Okay, so you've done one. I'm adding 2 pockets to my top. So just measure your other hand. I did my left, this is my right, and do the same thing with the other hand. Now that you've cut out your pockets, what you're going to do is you're going to take your project, whatever you're going to add the pockets to, you're going to take the pockets that you cut out. You're going to open up, first of all, I've marked where I want my pockets to be. You need to mark that so they could come out even. So what I did is I marked it on both sides, on this piece and on this piece. This is where I want it to be. What you're going to do then is you open up your project right where you marked it. Take 1/2 of the pocket, and you're going to put the right side facing your fabric. So right side is going to be facing the right side, and you're going to line it up to that little mark that you made. You're going to take a pin, just to hold it in place. Now you're going to go to your other side. You're going to do the same thing with the other piece of the pocket. Line it up with where you've marked where you want your pocket to be. Right sides meeting, and you're going to pin there also. What you're going to do now is you're going to go to your machine and you're going to sew right where you have pinned. Okay, so you should have this piece, this is what it should be like. See, this is the top part of your blouse with your pocket attached to it, and then the other part, your pocket attached to that. So you do that to both sides if you want pockets on both sides. If you only want pocket on one side or whatever you're making, then that's pretty much it. But if you want it on both sides, the same thing you did to this side, you're going to do to this side. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to your machine and you're going to sew where you've pinned. Sew there and sew here. Separate, like this. Okay, so now you've sewn the pieces of the pockets to, in this instance, the blouse that I'm making. And what you do is you take out the pockets like this, line them up with the outfit that you're making, line everything up, make sure that everything is nice and even so that there's enough, so that it comes out nice and neat. Once you line that up, you're gonna pin down and around, down here, around here, and back down. You're gonna pin there, and then go to your machine and sew from here to here. Is one continuous sew, and continue sewing around, sewing the two pieces of the pockets together, and then come down and sew. So now you've added your pockets, and all you have to do is you flip your blouse over. Your pockets are there already, 1 and 2. And what you're going to do now, you're going to take, this is on the top of your blouse. So you're going to take the top of your blouse and you're going to fold it in like this. You're going to pin. You're going to pin here. Fold it. This is where the underarm, where the armhole goes. You're going to sew like this. You're going to fold and sew on both sides. Fold and sew, so that you'll be sewing this end. Fold and sew all around from one end to the other. So now you finished sewing the arm area. What you're going to do now is you're going to take the top. This is the top of your blouse. You're going to fold over the top and the front, and you're going to fold over the back. You're going to sew that straight across, leave enough room to be able to put a piece of fabric through there. So start here and do that for this side. Then you can go to the bottom, figure out how long you want your blouse to be, and do your hem. Fold it over twice if you don't have a serger, like that, and just hem it, and we're almost done. So your blouse is done. You've put your little strings through here. I chose to do it with 2 strings so that I could just tie each end. You could push it in like that, so the back and the front are a little scrunched together, and you are done with your blouse with your little pocket. So thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and come back to see what else we could make together.